trash. Fuck you, you're just a fucking bitch. I already know that you're gonna flinch. You're watching every movement every time I twitch. I'm the kind of dude to leave your face down in a ditch. I'm a man, boy, I'm a shit. Grown-ass man and I handle my business. A relentless menace, and I don't stop until I'm finished. I'm the one you can't beat. I'll kick that ass in the next week. Keep your bitch ass sitting in the seat. Fuck around, I'll knock you off your feet. I ain't playing around, you about to catch a beat down. It's about to go down right now. Try me and you're gonna find out. Ride or die for anyone from my hometown. That's me, that's how I roll. Just know you about to catch a bowl. Keep talking that shit like you know. Everyone you know is about to get mowed. Ride on that bitch ass. Full throttle, press the gas on that bitch ass. I'ma call you out and throw your ass on blast. Beat you down and throw your ass in the trash. Ride on that bitch ass. Full throttle, press the gas on that bitch ass. I'ma call you out and throw your ass on blast. Beat you down and throw your ass in the trash.
Welcome everybody to Thunderdome Fantasy Weekly Report. It's me, the Commissioner, Evan Creel. You know who it is. Dragons GM just got his ass whooped this week, but we're not going to talk about that. We'll get that into a little bit later in the show. We got a lot of shit to go on. Got week 14, week 15, and week 16 to go through, so we're going to go ahead and get this started. Let me go ahead and get my next co-host in here, the co-commissioner, Mr. John Creel.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
And we'll get our other co-host, Miss Pam Creel.
Hey, how is everybody?
We got the mascot yelling in the background, per usual.
She's sick right now, so she gets to lay down while we do the show.
And I'm listening to Madeline.
Okay.
I know you heard the new song that we got for the playoff edition.
Yeah.
That was Daniel doing something on his old CD, and I finally figured out how to get it put over on the video. Took me forever to get it as an audio. For some reason, it was something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I figured it out.
That was pretty good. I like that.
I figured it'd go good with the playoffs. Riding on that bitch ass. Just like Pam did to me last week. Anyway, we'll get on to the next. We'll go back into week 14. We'll go back into week 14. Go ahead and get that final week of the regular season out of the way. We're not going to go any of the top scorers. We'll just go into the scores themselves with the point margins, and we'll get the players of the week and the coach of the week for the final week. Number one, Legend Killers were facing the number 2 Dragons, and they defeated the Dragons 222.38 to 209.96. This was a 12.42 point win margin for the Legend Killers. So, fuck him.
Damn. Golly, we're gonna be harsh, huh? Golly.
Yeah, you're not a little bitter, are you?
He's only got one loss the whole damn year.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
It's quite a feat.
Congratulations to him for having the best record in the league. I think he just beat Sean by one game because when Sean had it, he only had 13 regular season games. Well, now we got 14 regular season games. So due to technicality.
Not only that, if I'm not mistaken, so Sean had lost. Let's see. I think he had lost early and then went on a run.
He's still got the winning streak.
Yeah.
He's still got the longest win streak.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying the final season record. He lost over the final season record. Is what I'm saying. The final season record is now changed to Brandon as the leader because, like I said, he had that extra damn game. Yeah. Where did I just see all that?
It was 11-1, right?
Okay, 2017. I believe, yeah, it was 11-1. Dang, I didn't get his record right there. What? Oh, it's on that other paper. It's on the other paper. Sorry, it's right here. I was just looking at all this. All right. Sean finished the first season 12-1. So, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that's not making any sense to me. 8 plus 5 is 12-1. Yeah. So Sean was Brandon's what, 13-1? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So
yeah.
I was like, why does this not look right? But yeah, that's because Brandon's 13-1, not 12-1. That's why it's not. I was backwards on there. Yeah, Brandon has now taken the best regular season record at 13-1, only because we got an extra game in these past 2 years. So congratulations, Brandon, on not only wrecking the season at 13-1, he's now got the best finale record at 13-1. Get into the next game. The number 3 Bucks Life were facing the number 6 Hammerheads. The number 6 Hammerheads pulled out the victory, 231.06 to 196.06. This was a 35-point win margin for the Hammerheads, and it was the second highest win margin of the week. The next game was the number 4 Angels facing the Yeah, definitely kept your streak alive, and it helped you move up into the playoff position a little bit too. Although that didn't. We'll get into that later. Number 4 Angels facing number 5 Sun Eaters. Angels pulled out the victory, 238.38 to 231.38. This was a 7-point win margin, and this was the lowest point win margin of the week.
Yay!
Next game was the number 7 Hendrix Mafia facing the number 8 Orange Crush. Number 8 Orange Crush defeats the number 7 Hendrix Mafia, 212.88 to 166.68. This was the highest win margin of the week at 46.20-point win margin for the Orange Crush. The 5th game was the number 9 Kush Crushers facing the number 11 the Pigskin King. And the Kush Crushers came out with the victory, 166.50 to 157.20. This was the second lowest win margin of the week at 9.30-point win margin. The number 10 Thad Castle's team facing the number 12 Crimson Elephants, and the number 12 Crimson Elephants came out with the victory, 241 to 222.72. This was a 18.28-point win margin for Crimson Elephants, and he has been on a win streak ever since week 14.
Yeah. He waited till late in order to start beating everybody.
I'm not going to give the leading scorers for everybody's game, but I will give the player of the game for everybody's game. The player of the game for the Legend Killers versus the Dragons was the Patriots defense, who put up 25 points, which was well over doubling their projection of 11.16. The player of the game between the Hammerheads and the Bucks Life was DJ Chark, who put up 21.40 points, which was more than doubling his projection of 9.62. Player of the game between the Angels and the Sin Eaters was Chris Moore, who put up 23.40, which is nearly tripling, if not tripling, his projection of 7.60. 6 times 3 is 18, so
I'll be right back. I need my charger.
almost tripled the projection. I mean, by literally 0.20. He would have projected tripled the projection. Player of the game between the Orange Crush and the Hendrix Mafia was Juju Smith-Schuster, who put up 23.40 points, who nearly doubled his projection of 12.01 points. Player of the game between the Kush Crushers and the Pigskin King was Jerry Judy, who put up 33.30 points, which was almost tripling his projection of 11.49. And last but not least, player of the game for Crimson... yeah, and he led the team, exactly. And player of the game between Crimson Elephants and Thad Castle's team was Jarek McKinnon for the Crimson Elephants, who put up 32.40 points, which was well over his projection of 12.47. Offensive Player of the Week, Evan Ingram, who I also believe was on a bench that week. Was he?
Offensive Player of the Week.
Yep, Offensive
I had
Player of the
Trevor
Week
Lawrence.
was well, Trevor, yeah, he did have the 39.42 points, but because a tight end had 39.20 points, it was only 0.22 points less than Trevor. I gave
Gotcha.
Evan Ingram Player of the Week, and he was on a bench. Like I said, he didn't even know.
Gotcha.
Defensive Player of the
Sean
Week.
had him on the bench.
Yeah, well, I mean, it didn't matter. He won anyway, but yeah. Defensive Player of the Week was Brandon Graham, who put up 29 points, and I believe Brandon Graham was on Pam's team.
I don't know. I don't remember.
No, I don't think so.
No, I think he was in the free agency when it happened, and then he got picked up by somebody else. Because I don't see him in the top players on anybody's team. Yeah, he's not a top player for anybody's team, so he was a free agent and then got picked up by somebody afterwards. Coach of the Week was John Creel, who beat the number 3 team, moving up from number 6 to number 5 to enter the playoffs. Speaking of playoffs, we're going to flip into the next week, which was week 15, the beginning of the playoffs. We'll call this wild card week.
Sounds good.
The number 3 Bucks Life faced the number 6 Sin Eaters. The number 4 Angels faced the number 5 Hammerheads. So the number 3 Bucks Life lost to the number 6 Sin Eaters 230.16 to 226.54. This was the lowest point win margin of the week at a 3.62 point win margin for the Sin Eaters in this. Player of the game was Rashawn Jenkins, who put up 38.90 points, which was well over quadrupling his projection of 7.50 points. Shit, I think he damn near.
We usually get it for you.
I think he has like 7 times 4 is 28. 50, 29, 50, 30. Damn, he quadrupled. He did more than quadrupled. He's synquuple, whatever the hell it is, for 5 times. I don't even know.
It's just easier to say 5 times his projection.
Yeah, he more than beat his projection more than 5 times, which is crazy.
What the hell is calling it? That's on John.
The number 4 Angels faced off against the number 5 Hammerheads, and the number 4 Angels pulled off the victory 211.40 to 202.82. This was the second lowest win margin of the week at 8.58 point win margin for the Angels. Player of the game was none other than Hassan Reddick, who put up 21.60, which was well over his projection of 7.91. We'll get into that afterwards. We'll get into the consolation bracket.
Sorry.
The number 9 Crush Crushers faced off against the number 12 Crimson Elephants, and the number 12 Crimson Elephants poured off the victory this week with the largest win margin of the week, 257.68 to 220.30. This was a 37.38 point win margin for the Crimson Elephants. And the player of the game was Zay Jones, who put up 34.90 points, which was well over his projection of 8.56. So he more than quadrupled his projection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 8 times 4 is 32. 50, 33, 50, 34. 6 times 4 is 24. Yeah, he more than quadrupled his projection. Nice. And the number last but not least in the constellation bracket, the number 10 Thad Castles team faced the number 11, the Pigskin King, and they got the victory 167.36 to 142.20. This was a 25.16 point win margin for Thad Castles team, and their player of the game was Justin Simmons, who put up 21.30 points, which was well over his projection of 9.91. Offensive player of the week was none other than Josh Allen, who put up 43.86 points, and defensive player of the week, which was Rashawn Jenkins, who put up 38.90 points. There is no coach of the week for playoffs because not all coaches actually had a chance because of the bye weeks in the first round for 4 different teams.
You're no fun.
Plus, Coach of the Year is coming up, and obviously that's going to be between Pam and Brandon here in the championship ThunderBowl matchup. We'll get off with the Week 16 playoff matchups. The 5th place game went between the Bucks Life versus Hammerheads. And then the semifinals was the Legend Killers versus the number 1 Legend Killers facing the number 6 Sin Eaters, and the number 2 Dragons facing the number 4 Angels. In the constellation bracket, the 11th place game was between Kush Crushers versus the Pigskin King, and then the semifinals of the Josh Bowl battle was number 7 Hendrix Mafia facing the number 12 Crimson Elephants, and the number 8 Orange Crush facing the number 10 Thad Castles team, which we will get into that now. We'll get into the 5th place game first, which was the number 3 Bucks Life facing against the number 5 Hammerheads. Bucks Life pulled off the victory in this 252.60 to 211.21. This was a 41.40 point win margin, and it was the second highest win margin of the week. I will now pass it over to John.
The loser.
The loser of the matchup.
The loser of the
to
matchup.
Go ahead and get into the top scorers of the week. Of the game, sorry.
Let's see. So, for the losing side, on offense, Austin Eckler had 23.90 points. Travis Kelce had 17.30 points. And A.J. Brown had 16.30 points. On the defensive side for the Hammerheads, Alex Singleton had 20 points. Drew Trinkle had 11.50 points. And Titans defense had 10 points. For Bucks Life, on offense, CeeDee Lamb had 34 points. George Kittle had 30 points. And Leonard Fournette had 25.20 points. On defense, Roquan Smith had 13.50. Chris Jones had 13. And Levante David had 12.50 points. And that's all for that game. Everything's running behind on me here, you know.
Yeah. We can't hear anything you're saying, Evan.
I don't have player of the game for that game, so I'm going to need somebody here. I can pull it up on Yahoo.
Player of the game.
Week 16 between Bucks Life and Hammerheads.
I would give that one to Kittle.
Eddie Pinheiro for the Carolina Panthers pulled up 15.3 points, which was more than doubling his projection of 7.57 points.
Okay,
Kicker for the
he wasn't a top scorer, so I didn't list him. Sorry.
Yeah. That's what Yahoo has. And Bucks Life won this game.
Yep.
Player of the game is going to Kittle, who put up 30 points, which was more than doubling his projection of 13.02 points.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. All right, we'll get into the next game, which was the semifinals bracket. The number 1 Legend Killers facing against the number 6 Sin Eaters. Legend Killers pulled out the victory in this 255.20 to 221.82. This was a 33.38 point win margin for the Legend Killers, and I'll pass it over to my co-host for the top scores. Did you get the point projections wrote down? Okay,
I worked all day, man. I just got home.
no, you're good. I felt bad because I was sitting here doing it again. Like,
Just got home. Sorry.
For the Sin Eaters on offense, Alvin Kamara had 19 points. Aaron Rodgers had 15.32 points. And Jamar Chase had 14.90 points.
And that was the only 3 people on his offense that put over 10 points on the board.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was sad.
His defense put up more points than his offense did.
His defense, yeah, we'll get into that right now. So on defense for the Sin Eaters, Marcus Jones had 51.50 points. Baltimore defense had 14 points. And Keyshawn Nixon had 11.30 points. For the Legend Killers, Justin Jefferson had 31.30 points. Devonta Smith had 31.30 points. And Saquon Barkley had 27.30 points. On the defense, Nick Bosa had 24 points. DeForest Buckner had 16.50 points. And New England's defense had 16 points.
Yeah. Player of the game was none other than, well, because I had to give it to a player on the winning side of the ball, it was Ray McLeod, who put up 16.60 points, which was well over his projection of 7.65 points.
Yeah.
If I had my way, I would have gave it to Marcus Jones, who put up 51.50 points, which was well over his projection of 3.98. This dude fucking massacred his 3.98 point projection. But since we'll get into him in a little bit anyway.
It was 10 times more.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, ridiculous. I could divide that to figure out how many times more.
Exactly, right?
The next game was between the number 2 Dragons facing the number 4 Angels. The number 4 Angels pulled off a huge victory, 265.78 to 246.30. My team did everything they could. It just wasn't enough. I needed Christian Kirk to do more than 5 point whatever the hell he put up. I needed Myles Garrett to do more than his 3 points that he put up.
He sounds upset.
Oh, I'm fucking upset. I'm upset.
You're welcome to my world.
I mean, It's not like I would have beat Legend Killers if I was playing him because he put up 255. But if I'd have been playing Ben, I'd have beat his ass.
Everybody's got a chance.
Anyway, this was a 19.48 point win margin for the Angels, and I'll pass it to the co-host for the top scorers.
For the Dragons, on offense, Joe Burrow had 29.50 points. Derrick Henry had 18.60 points. And Joe Mixon had 17.80 points. On defense, the Jaguars' defense had 21 points. Brian Burns had 17 points. That's right. You point that out. And Foye Oluokun 14.50 points.
Y'all are horrible.
For the Angels, the X Factor Division Champion Angels, TJ Hawkinson had 35.9.
I almost fucking muted your ass. I was like, you know what? He gonna go all into this. Let me just take him off the screen real quick. He got the announcer voice on him and everything. I'm like, shit. Bad enough I had to suffer this shit. Like, I gotta go through it again.
Well, we're going to get to the scores and we'll move on. All right, so Dak Prescott had 33.98 points. Jacoby Myers had 20.30 points. On defense, Josh Sweat had 28.20 points. Hassan Reddick had 19 points. And Grant Delpit had 17.50 points.
And player of the game, Yahoo put up Josh Sweat as player of the game with that 28.20 points, which was well over his projection of 8.97. However, with TJ Hawkinson putting up 35.90 points, I gave it to him, which was well over his projection of almost tripling his projection of 12.48.
So yeah, and I did offensive player of the week for this because I wasn't sure how we were gonna do it. And TJ Hawkinson actually was listed down as offensive player of the week. He scored more than anybody.
That's who I have as offensive player of the week. And I have Marcus Jones, who we were talking about earlier for Ben, as defensive player of the week with the 51.50 points. And once again, no coach of the week for playoffs because coach of the year is coming up after next week.
Hey, win this week and you can have coach of the year.
Win this week and you will have coach of the year.
Just a question: have y'all seen his team?
Yeah,
but I mean we've seen yours too.
You put up the most points this past week. You just put up two. He only put up 255.
Same team. You picked up one player this past week.
Yeah.
You literally have the same team.
That's sheer luck, man. I've already congratulated Brandon at work.
Oh, God.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't concede the win already.
For real, you got a chance. You just beat my ass. And all of my team, like I said, there was 3 people on my team that I almost cut them this week, but I was like, you know what? I'll play you one more fucking time. I almost cut all 3 of them. Christian Kirk, Myles Garrett, and Quay Walker. But I was like, you know what? Y'all can play one more damn week. All I got is 1 week.
Good thing Quay can sing, huh?
I said Quay, not Clay. Quay. Georgia boy. You know who the Quay, you know how Quay is.
I know. It's just funny.
All right, the 11th place game. Woo! Number 9, Crushers facing the number 11 Pigskin King. Number 11 Pigskin King pulled out the victory, 12.44 to 218.10 to 205.66. This was a 12.44 point win margin for the Pigskin King. This is the consolation bracket, so I'm not going into top scores for these teams, but I will give you the player of the game.
Cam.
Player of the game for this was a Pigskin King player, and it was Cam Akers, who put up 34.70 points, which was tripling his projection of 9.06 points.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into the semifinal bracket, which was the number 7 Hendrix Mafia facing the number 12 Crimson Elephants, and the number 12 Crimson Elephants pulled off their 3rd victory in a row, 177.86 to 170.38. This was the smallest win margin of the week at a 7.48 point win margin, and it moves Sean into the Josh Bowl.
Yep.
Player of the game, George Pickens, who put up 16.70 points, which was well over his projection of 8.93 points. And last but not least, the number 8 Orange Crush faced the number 10 Thad Castles team, and the number 10 Thad Castles team pulled off the upset, 228.80 to 169.36. This was the largest win margin of the week at a 59.44 point win margin. Player of the game, none other than DJ Moore, putting up 20.10 points, almost doubling his projection of 11.58.
Good pick. And also, like we were kind of chatting about beforehand.
I'm an asshole, guys.
Way to finish out the year, right?
We got one more show.
Yeah, we have to.
But here's the final week matchups going on. There is no scores from the past couple weeks because there was 3 fucking weeks and I wasn't doing all that shit. So here's the matchups coming for this week. Also the draft order so far obviously, at the end of this week, we'll find out the order for the rest of the teams between 10th through 12th place, or no, 9th through 12th place. Sorry, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th place. The consolation bracket does not count towards the draft order for the first 6 teams. We went by your final season record at the end of week 13. That way, if somebody don't want to play in the Josh Bowl and they want to call it, a season, and they step away for the consolation bracket, they don't get penalized for having the number 7 team and then all the way dropping down to the 12th team because they didn't play the Josh Bowl bracket or whatever. But I mean, pretty much all of our owners play the Josh Bowl as much as they play in the other bracket too. But that's just, I'm gonna keep doing it that way, just in case one year I miss the damn playoffs and I'm pissed off and I don't feel like playing the Josh Bowl. I was like, this is bullshit. I'm done for this last 3 weeks.
Yeah. You say that
the first year that I lose, I probably will not play in the Josh Bowl bracket because I'll be so devastated because it'll be my first year not making the playoffs. But the second year that I don't make the playoffs, I'll probably play that Josh Bowl and try to get that jackass trophy.
You mean this? You mean that?
Yeah, like that right there. That's the ass end of the horse because you're not first, but you're not last.
Now, just like we were talking about. So earlier we were discussing how this year we could have some milestones.
Yep, a lot of milestones. We'll start off with the consolation bracket.
First of all, we're going to have a new champion.
Yes. There will be a 6th Thunderbowl champion. There will not be a repeat. Pam made sure of that.
Yes, I did. God damn it. Yes, I did.
So
I knocked both of y'all out. I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm surprised he didn't mute me there.
You beated the defending champion, and then you took me out. Now all you got to do is just beat the damn number 1 team throughout the whole. And look, we have never had a number 1 team actually win the damn playoffs or win the damn championship. Last year, John broke that record, that streak of the first place team. Never mind. John broke that jinx. That jinx might not be there anymore now that John broke that.
I'm still saying, remember the 07 Patriots. The only game
all she needs is a Tyree McGee or whatever his name is. David Tyree. That's Tyree McGee. All she needs.
You made a whole new player. We're on Madden right now.
All she needs is a damn David Tyree catch off the top. I was pulling the old what's his name, David Spade off the grown-ups. He just like no hiccups McGee, Sneezer McGee. Old Tyree McGee, he caught that old helmet catch McGee. That's what he is.
Oh man, I needed that one. That was funny.
All right, so yes, we're gonna have our 6th consecutive champion, or not consecutive champion, our 6th champion in the Thunder Bowl this week between the. Oh yeah, I didn't even read that off. The 3rd place game is the number 2 Dragons facing the number 6 Sin Eaters. I closed my book. I closed my book. Like shit. Oh, now I've dropped my phone. All right, what the hell ever. Here we go. Let's find this paperback.
Oh, this is.
I'm not even paying attention.
I gotta take my glasses off, man. I got my eyeballs sweating.
What the hell is that? Holy crap! What is this crap? Oh, that's not even a damn right section. All right, here we go. The Thunderbowl bracket, or the Thunderbowl, the third place game. Number 2 Dragons facing the number 6 Sin Eaters. The Thunderbowl, the number 1 Legend Killers facing the number 4 Angels. And in the Week 17 matchups in the other bracket is the 9th place game, which is the number 7 Hendrix Mafia versus the number 8 Orange Crush, which has no value whatsoever. Doesn't change your draft pick. Doesn't help you win the Josh Bowl. It's just a game. And then the Josh Bowl. I mean, if you want to win this game just to make your team feel better going out into the off season, hey, feel free, fellas.
It could be showing signs of setting the tone for next year because of the fact that the players that come big that you could possibly use as keepers. You know, that's how you can show who's coming to the top of your team. You know what I mean?
That's how I'm judging a lot of my players last couple weeks, you know, because a lot of them rookies really didn't get the chance until these last couple weeks. So I also went and snatched up.
Week, but...
What? You better don't you even dare.
I think
don't be the first team that I have to kick out the. Well, sorry, never mind. That was Scott. Listen, don't be the second team that I have to kick out the damn league. Listen.
So just to prove my point, as far as the consolation bracket, we are in the presence of the last year's Josh Bowl champion.
Yeah,
who is now sitting in the Thunderdome, in the bowl.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it can happen.
Hey, let me just put this out.
Well, the Josh Bowl is the number 10 Thad Castles team facing the number 12 Crimson Elephants. This is the 4th appearance in the Josh Bowl for Thad Castles team and David Godinez. We might have to rename the damn trophy the Godinez trophy.
How about the Goat Bowl?
The Goat Bowl. That's what I was thinking.
Goat. GOAT, because that's what I call them, Goat.
Goat. Well, the Goat Bowl. Well, it's the Josh Bowl. We know that, but we might have to think about the naming of the trophy.
Yeah, nickname it.
If Thad Castle's team wins this, he will be 2-2 in the Josh Bowl, and it'll be the first, and he'll be the first person to win 2 Josh Bowl trophies.
Yep.
If Crimson Elephants wins the Josh Bowl, he will be one of the first to win both trophies. But if Angels wins, then they will both become the first to split it to have both trophies.
Show my ass.
Craziness going on. Show my ass.
I need to show my ass somewhere, you know.
This year has been different. It's been awkward.
I want a flag. That's my next thing. I want a Dragons flag.
A flag? Ooh.
No. You know what I'm talking about. The old banners. The old flag.
Oh, you want a banner.
What are those called?
Pennant.
Pennant. That's what I want. A pennant.
Yeah.
Design it and it can be created.
You already got the designs.
It's just like an angle.
Yeah. Triangle. Just Targaryen dragons.
What do you want?
Sorry, not Targaryen dragons. Just dragons. My bad. Dragons. Big letter first, small letter last. You know how it does it.
Gargantuan dragon.
And then this logo right here.
Aren't you got a new computer to be able to do all that?
Actually, no. You don't put this logo on it. Put the logo from my bar glass on it, and then the dragons. Or you could do this one. Just take the dragons part off. You know what I mean? But I want the picture of the dragon in the biggest part, and then the dragons going from big letter to little letter in the second part. Yeah. And I want the pennant colors to be red, black. Red base with a black line outline or whatever. All right, I changed my mind. I want a black one with a red outline. But pennant, that's my next item. That's my next item. Pennant.
Okay.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, you know what? I want to get some more dragons shit. I plan on
I'm right
having the
on.
dragons for a while.
Yeah.
I'm on top of it, man. I got you. Oh, I broke the illusion.
Ooh.
Don't break the illusion. I don't even have that. So the hammerhead started packing up the. We started packing up the desks and stuff like that for the year because I mean we're done. We're just sitting back watching playoffs now, you know.
His
Yep.
tabletop
And,
and everything.
So yeah, I took my table down and all that good stuff.
Oh,
I hope to have my own office built up before next season, but we'll see how income tax looks and everything.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, if everything works the way we want it to work, I will have an office to do this stuff in.
no details.
No details. That's all.
Y'all separate in two different rooms?
Possibly if everything works right. Not here. But
No. I'm at the office.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Separating our office.
That way, no 2 times the talking.
I know. He
Hello,
talks
hello,
so loud I hear him before it comes through the
Oh,
speaker.
hello. What?
I'm the only one that ain't repeating myself.
Right? I hear him twice the whole way through.
I've heard everything I said before I even hear it. I don't know how that works, but you know what I'm saying.
Well, we only got
Kaylee
1
said I
week
need to
left
hurry
of
up.
We only got 1 week left of Thunderdome Fantasy Weekly Report. We'll be back next week, next Thursday, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's next Thursday.
Yeah.
Let me check my schedule real quick.
Hopefully, we can come up with some big blowout show. I wish we could come up with something good. You know what I mean?
Well, I definitely won't have the cores done by that week, but I will have those done at some point, like I did last year. Everybody's top 1 through 12. Whoever had the top quarterback core, whoever had the top running back core, receiver core, flex core.
Well, all right, so
Okay.
what if we hold off on the show until we get all that stuff? I'll do the final show with all that.
We can do that.
You know, because I mean, I'm sure whoever wins is going to be happy that they won.
Yeah.
Until
okay. Next Thursday, I work. Never mind. I can't do it anyway because I work 10 a.m. till 8 p.m. So I won't be able to do the show next Thursday anyway. The Thursday after that, I work 8:15 in the morning till 3:15 p.m. So we'll shoot for Thursday, January 12th at around 7:30, like we always do. For the final episode of Thunderdome Fantasy Weekly Report. I'll try to have the cores done, which I'm pretty sure I'll be able to do that on the Monday of the 9th. Because all the final scores will be finally tallied after friggin' Thursday. Because her score didn't tally until this morning. She was beating me 264 point something to 246. Now she's beating me 265 point something to. I'm sick of fucking Yahoo. How the hell can you not figure out this shit right after the game? And it wasn't even Michael Pittman. Like it wasn't even Michael Pittman's points that changed. So what the fuck? That was the only player she had on Monday Night Football.
Right. It was something from the weekend.
Yeah. Like, that's just irritating, but whatever. What was the vote? I forgot there's going to be a vote as well. Oh, yeah, we already put it in the chat board. It's for adding 1 IR spot. Don't worry, it will not affect the draft. It's just if you have somebody that's injured, say like Javonte Williams, who I just picked up on the free agency. He's a 3rd-round keeper if I keep him and Derrick Henry. He's a 2nd-round keeper if I don't keep Derrick Henry. But say he doesn't start right off at the beginning of the year, I'll be able to throw him in that IR spot and then pick up somebody out of free agency to run with for a little while. But No, I think that's the vote. 0, keep it the
that was the
same.
vote.
1 and 2, no more than that.
I'm not sure
I vote.
if
I
everybody
I
has
didn't
seen it.
vote at all. I don't think. And if I do vote, I'm voting for 1 IR spot. I won't vote for 2. Chris, he already made his voice clear that he would like to keep it the same, just because of that. It's already hard enough scraping for people out of free agency as it is. But
I think we need to have a spot for a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, tight end. Oh, y'all didn't like that, did you? Y'all didn't join in.
y'all
No,
want
we already
everybody.
I want the whole damn team to say
Yeah, well,
Oh,
that's
you
what we're
trying
doing.
to keep everybody?
yes.
No,
She
we only got.
wants to keep each team. So you
Three
want a
keepers.
dynasty league? Is
There
what she
you
wants.
go. There
Yeah,
you
she wants a dynasty league, which I've thought about that, but to do that, we would start all over with the drafts and do a fresh start draft, because there's no way I'm gonna let people.
Well,
But
let's see. Let's see
I
how.
don't think Yahoo does dynasty. So
go.
I don't
Oh,
think so either.
if they do dynasty, if they do bring in dynasty in a couple years, that'll be a vote to talk about with the rest of the league. But I'm pretty sure everybody's set with this three
Just like-
person keeper.
okay. Guys, I was making a joke. Y'all taking it way too damn far.
I've
Hey,
already
no,
thought
what
about
do you
this. Me and John already talked about this. I believe
Yeah.
like 2 years ago, about talking about making a dynasty, and we were like, you know what? Let's just keep it what it is. Everybody's
Yeah.
we finally got our owners that are active.
Exactly. And
That's-
that's just like the discussion with expansion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're holding
Exactly.
off until it seems like a better time, because, well, just like Chris was saying, yes, it is very
Well,
hard to find
One of,
stuff off the
exactly,
free
and one of the guys that we had on
I gotta.
our waiting list is no longer on the waiting list because he was inactive in another league that we were in with him, and you
Not
had a
having-
chance to be active in that league. If you can't show me you can be active in that league, you definitely ain't gonna come over to this league that is my legit league
right.
and not be active.
The others are just
I tried to, I was cordial with Scott for friggin' 3-4 years,
yeah. We
trying
told him
to, and I mean, he did. There was the hurricane season. There was his loss of his phone, so I gave him all kinds of chances, and finally, I was like, you know what,
gotta go.
gotta go. But I do have some more people from work, some coworkers from work that are definitely interested. My friend JC, he's all over it, trying to get into it, but I keep telling him we're stuck at 12 right now.
Yeah, we got a guy at work too that's really serious about wanting to play, and he's even trying to buy out.
He's gonna buy out Sean.
Trying to buy out Sean.
Damn.
So I was like,
Damn. The Stevens Trophy named after that man. You gonna try to buy him out? Like,
yeah, I don't
what
see that.
happens if he got in and then he wins the Stevens Trophy? He go, he be like, I got Sean's team. Let's change the name. No. Listen.
Well, he's an Alabama fan too, so if he does change it, he might tweak it a little bit. I don't know, but I don't know that's happening.
I mean, Jeff
Say,
is in
hey,
it.
y'all online.
Jeff's in it. Ben's in it. Dave's in it. We're all in this. I mean,
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, it's been another week of Thunderdome Fantasy Weekly Report. We'll see you guys next we'll see you January 12th on Thursday
12th for the show finale.
for the
big-
finale. We'll have the top scoring cores for each team and the rankings.
and we'll
have,
have the official congratulations to the champion,
Yep, we'll have
whoever that may be.
for both ThunderBowl and the Josh Bowl. We'll have
Exactly.
We'll have the Stevens Trophy winner and the GOAT winner.
We'll also discuss what some of us did while we didn't play any games.
I really wish I could open up the trading again so that we could trade in the off season. That way, if anybody had somebody that you wanted to keep and you could trade away,
Trade some keepers. Yeah.
but they won't let us do that.
Okay.
No.
If there's
I
anybody
gotta
you want on your bench,
grandson, and y'all keep talking. So love
there's any-
y'all.
good night. If
Good
there's
night.
anybody y'all want on your bench to hold to make sure that nobody else keeps them and they go into the draft pool, you can do that. I've done that with a couple players myself. That's the reason why I didn't drop Myles Garrett for his shitty performance of 2.5 points last week.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want nobody else to pick him up and be like, oh, I'm going to keep him because he's in the 7th round. That's a good defensive spot for him. But fuck y'all, I'm keeping his ass off.
Look at Cameron.
Yeah, I ain't dropping nobody. I'm keeping my team the way it is.
I went and picked up Javonte Williams. That way Miss Sack couldn't go grab him and keep him again. I'm like, fuck that. I'm like, no. He'll probably be in the draft pool again next year, but at least he's not a keeper.
Oh,
I'm trying
man.
to keep as many running backs as I can in that draft pool. I snatched up James Cook. I snatched up a couple running backs.
That's why it's not easy.
Like, shit.
That's why it's not easy to
on my bench.
finish up.
Okay.
All right, then.
All right, well, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Say bye,
Peace.
Evan.
Peace.
Bye.